Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. And today we're going to be doing your reading for the last part of October and the month of November. So, 15th to the end of October and then the whole month of November. The reason I'm doing it that way is because I'm about to take a class and take some time for myself to look at what I'm putting my energy and time into. I want to take a class to maybe enhance what I'm bringing to all of you, and also just enrichment for myself. I'm a lifelong learner, and I love to learn new things, so I'm going to be doing that. I may come back before the end of November, but I'm not positive, and I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. So we are going to do the last part of October, because I did an October overview and then I promised everybody I'd be back for mid-October. So I'm going to be using one tarot deck for the month of October, and then when we move to November, I'm going to be using a completely different deck. When I get done, I'm going to show you the overview of the cards and we'll recap all of that. Please do remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Please do give the video a like so it can get going around YouTube, so more people can see it that aren't subscribed to my channel. My channel is still growing, so that's part of the reason why I'm taking some time off to take a class to see where I need to be spending my time and energy. I do have a TikTok channel. I think it's NSEH207_tarot. So hopefully I got that right. And because I can do really quick videos for TikTok, I may continue to do some some card pulls for the different signs over there. So if you want to check that out, if you feel like it, go ahead. All right, so for the month of October, the end of the month, I'm going to be using the Halloween Oracle, as well as Animal Oracle, some Tea Leaf Oracle, my Gilded Tarot, and let's begin. All right, so October 21st is going to be the new Beaver Moon in Libra. I think in the last video I said the new Hunter's Moon, which it could be called that. All the moons have a lot of different names. I think many of them were given by Native Americans. Okay, so October 21st is the new Beaver Moon in Libra. Balance and equity, right? Coming in. Those energies will be around, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, somewhere around there. And then November 5th is the full Beaver Moon in Taurus, right? Bringing in more of that go get it energy. I want to get this done, and my way is the right way energy. November 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, around there. And then November 20th is the new cold moon in Scorpio. Dark, mysterious, right? Maybe not wanting to show all your cards at one time. So that's going to be November 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. All right. If you want longer messages about the months, you can go to Jamie Butler's channel. She's Jamie Butler, the Everyday Medium. She just posted everything for October, so you can look at that. And if you follow her, you'll see every month she brings in important dates through Channeling Maitland. All right? Okay, let's get right to it. So the card that came out for you from the Halloween Oracle is Night Song, and that is a beautiful red cardinal. Now, cardinals are often said to bring messages from those our loved ones who have crossed over, maybe trying to get a message to us. When you see a cardinal, feel into that. What's your intuition telling you? Who is that? Is it your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-grandmother, your uncle, your aunt? Who is that in spirit that's trying to get a message to you? All right. So, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential, Geminis. Claim all possibilities for yourself. There's no more time to waste. No more excuses. Time to be who you are. Time to show who you are, right? Okay, that was from the Halloween Oracle. Now, from the Tea Leaf Oracle, you have Horse, Short Journey. So some of you may be taking a short trip in October or the end of October. And that, I like these. These cards are so cute. So taking a short journey. And then you have the Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. Come on, camera. Doesn't want to focus on that. Well, I don't blame it. Heartache over what you no longer have. Come on. There we go. Never give up. Okay, so this can mean a lot of things. I mean, you know, we no longer have our childhood. We no longer have our youthful skin. We no longer have our long hair, you know, or whatever it is. It can be a relationship. It can be a place. Maybe you had to move and you're no longer there. Maybe, you know, but don't stay focused in that energy, right? We can think back on things with nostalgia and appreciation, but don't get stuck in the energy of what you don't have, okay? That's just not going to be good. Angel. Spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Okay, so I love that card too. Isn't that beautiful? She is there to protect you. So, angel, protection from harm. I love it. Love it, Geminis. All right. So for October, you could have a moment of heartache, thinking about what you no longer have. You could be going on a short journey, but you always have angels protecting you, right? I try to always remember to put my green bubble of protection around my car whenever we're going on a trip. Car, truck, whatever we take. All right. Using the Gilded Tarot. High Priestess. Yep. Got to use your intuition. Always. High Priestess is not staying in a dreamy state too long as well. Four of Cups. Okay, that's not seeing an opportunity because you're too focused on something else, right? Focused on what you already have instead of seeing a brand new opportunity that's being offered you. Okay, Five of Swords. Five is change. Swords are communication. That's air signs. That's you, Gemini. Five of Swords sometimes means that you have to walk away instead of continuing to argue. Right? And then Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is fast-moving action, getting to your target. Whatever your goal is, you're going to get there really quickly. Whatever that is that you're focused on, that you want to accomplish, you can get there. Okay, let's see. Let's take them in the order that they came out. High Priestess. The High Priestess is a 2. That's choice, right? She's between beginnings and endings, right? So that could go right along with that heartache over what you no longer have, right? But you need to come into your own, Geminis, right? You need to be your own person. You need to feel comfortable in your own skin and with who you are, okay? So this is also about balancing the physical and the metaphysical, right? The heart, the head and the heart. It's balance with it's not staying in that daydreamy state too long, wishing things were a different way. You have to be careful of that with the High Priestess. Okay, and then the Four of Cups. You see this person sitting there with 3 cups beside him or her, reading a book. There's an offer coming in, and he or she is looking right straight through it. There's a new offer or a new opportunity. 4s are stability or stagnation, right? So sometimes we stagnate when we just keep doing things the same old way. We don't change it up. We don't try something new. So Geminis, for the last part of October, you're being encouraged by Spirit to try something new. See what other opportunities are out there for you. Then you have this Five of Swords. Okay, so you see him with his swords. He's walking off the field. He has one sword up. I always say that one sword in this deck, and well, any deck that has one sword, my guides have always told me there's an element of truth to the situation that needs to come out, that needs to be seen, right? That needs to be acknowledged. So 5s being change, swords being communication, there's something about a conversation that's going to come up for you in mid to end of October where you're going to need to concede or just not continue that conversation because it's going to lead to possibly the loss of a friendship or something because you're going to get to a heated argument. But if you just go, okay, let me just take my words and move on, because sometimes we can't always convince everyone to believe the things we believe, right? Or to be on the side we're on. And it's okay. We all are different. We all have different opinions. You can still be friends with somebody even if they don't have the same opinion as you. Okay, Gemini? All right. And then you have this Eight of Wands. I love this card for you. Eights are mastery and infinity. These wands are shooting through the air at the speed of light with all that light behind them. They're going to hit the target, hit the bullseye. So whatever it is that you're working on in October, I feel like towards the end of October, you're going to feel really good about the accomplishment of whatever action you've taken towards something. And then you have this other five. Now this is the Five of Pentacles. Fives are change, like I said. These people are feeling like they don't have enough. They're feeling like they're out in the cold. Somebody's giving them the cold shoulder, possibly. And this also can be tied back to that heartache over what you no longer have. But you can't stay in this energy, right? You can't stay in the energy of lack or loss or not having enough. Because what it does is it brings more of that, right? You just need to move on, right? Pentacles, it could have something to do with your money. Maybe you've had a little setback with your savings, your 401k, or maybe you didn't pay off that bill you wanted to pay off, but that's okay. Don't dwell on it. Just move on and be yourself. Then Geminis, you have this Knight of Cups, okay? This knight is not ready for battle. He's ready for love. This is the most romantic knight, the softest knight in the deck. So he's there. He's on his horse. His horse is rearing up. He's got the cup there ready to give it to someone. So it is a very beautiful card, and it is more about love and nurturing. So this knight is ready for a date, right? He's ready for something different to come out in his relationship. So if you're in a relationship, you may want to do something special with your significant other. If you're not in a relationship, you could be maybe open to a little bit of romance towards the end of October. And then your animal oracle for mid to end of October is 29. That's an 11, powerful number, master number. You have Lion. Be a courageous leader and lead with pride, Geminis, right? This goes back to that night song telling that cardinal card telling you to be yourself, to be in your own power, to no more excuses about being who you are, Geminis, okay? So remember that. All right, I'm going to pause this so we can move on to November. Okay, we're back. So for the month of November, for your tea leaf oracle cards, fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And this is the very next card after that Knight of Cups. So maybe somebody coming in that has, light colored hair, right? And blonde or gray, depending on your age, I guess, or the age of that person. So dealings with doesn't necessarily mean romance, though. It could be a boss, it could be a friend, something like that. And then you have grapes, time to get out and have fun. So you had, at the end of October, you had that Knight of Cups. Then you have dealings or relationship with a fair-skinned or fair-haired man. Then you have time to go out and have fun, Geminis. Remember, this is for November. And then you have the teapot. The teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So if you're a guy, that's deep friendship with another guy, somebody you can trust. If you're a gal, obviously, it's a gal pal, right? So in November, you may get a new friendship of some sort. Or you may hook back up with an old friend that you feel very, very close to. So that's a good thing. For November, we're using the Red Dragon Pendragon deck. This was gifted to me by a beautiful friend of mine, and I absolutely love it. Okay. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. All right, you have the Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, that's being comfortable in your own skin. I think I even used that wording in the October portion. And the Ten of Wands, finishing something up, completing something, getting done with something, so you can move on to the next thing. Okay, let's see. What are the other cards for my beautiful Geminis? Six of Swords, moving on to something new and different. Moving on to something new and different. The problem with that one is you're carrying your old baggage with you, right? Sixes are harmony. You can't have harmony when you're dragging all your old baggage with you. Some things just need to be left in the past, left alone, left to die on the vine. I don't know why Spirit is giving me that kind of a message, but, you know, who knows? All right, for my Geminis, what are the last couple cards of this beautiful tarot deck for November for my Geminis? So far, it's been a pretty good reading. You need to be yourself was that cardinal message. Dealings with a fair-haired man, an angel watching over you, a short journey. Could be a short journey home for, you know, Thanksgiving or the month of November. Maybe you're going to visit a friend. Deep friendship coming in as well. Okay, let's take these in the order in which they came out, and we will discuss. Okay, Geminis. First card out, the Ten of Cups. No, I'm sorry, the Five of Cups. Couldn't read it. So you see this person standing there with that beautiful cloak, 3 cups spilled in front, 2 full cups behind, the bridge and the miniature castle or dwelling that he doesn't see. You're looking at things in the wrong direction. It's similar to the Five of Pentacles that you got for October, right? And you're really going to have to pay attention to not feeling lack, not feeling out in the cold, making sure that you see where it is you can go. All this person has to do is turn around and say, oh, okay, I still have these. I still have this. And then, oh, wow, look at that bridge. I can walk over that and get warmed up in that castle. The Hanged Man. I prefer to say hanging. So in this, I remember the story of Peridor. He sees this golden bowl, and he jumps up to grab onto it, and then his hands get stuck on it, so he's left hanging there, right? Hangman is a 12. That's a 3. That's creation and collaboration. What are you creating for yourself? Are you creating a feeling of being stuck somewhere with those 5s, or are you going to move on and move out and move up from that? And then the other thing is you need to see it in a different perspective. When he's hanging up and looking down, everything looks different, right? The other message about this card is being yourself, being who you are. You already had that message with the night song, Red Cardinal, right? So Geminis, you need to be who you are, right? You need to not be afraid of being who you are and showing people who you are. 6 of Swords, okay? The swords are in the boat. The beautiful colored bags are there. But does he really need to be bringing all of those bags? I love that there's an angel on the front of this boat. But you're not going to have a new beginning if you're dragging all your baggage with you. You just need to bring the necessary feelings, the necessary things with you. You do not need to drag all of your luggage and suitcase and grief and sorrow. And, you know, sometimes we get into a new relationship and we kind of punish the new person for what the old person did. Don't let that happen, okay? You need to use your intuition with a trusting heart, because the new person doesn't deserve to be treated a certain way because of the old person. Or the new boss or the new friend, you know, all of the above. 10 of Wands. Wands are action and passion. He's got all of these wands packed on his back, and he is getting finished with the situation, completing the task, getting it done so we can move on. Tens are completion. They reduce to a 1, which is a new beginning. All right, so you're finishing something up in November and going to be ready for a whole new start, a whole new project, a whole new whatever. The moon. This is Pisces energy. Oh, come on. The moon is Pisces energy. Oh, almost. I love the way it's shown in this card with that owl flying under the moon with all the rays of the moon shining down on the water. Water indicating the flow of things, the flow of life. Now, I don't know how much you can see, but down here are the fish that the owl is looking at. He's like, oh, there's my supper. There's my lunch. There's my dinner. Right? So the moon is it's things that are hidden from us or things that we don't see. Something we don't see coming, something that hasn't been revealed to us yet. And this kind of goes back to that 4 of Cups where we were talking about not seeing the opportunity, right? So something that's not yet revealed. It's also our nighttime dreaming mind. Pay attention to your dreams, Gemini. What are you dreaming about? Is there something significant in your dream? So here's an example. A couple of nights ago, I saw the number 44 2 or 3 times in my dream. And when I woke up, I remembered that part of the dream. Not a whole lot else about it, but I remembered the 44. So that day, I was scrolling through YouTube to look for what I wanted to listen to, and there was a reader on there I had never listened to. I clicked on it. What was she talking about in there? There were 2 cards flanking the reading, a 4 on either side, 44. Then she pulled another card, which was up high in the middle, another 4. So I'm like, okay, 4 and 4 on the flank, another 4. So 4 is very important, stability or stagnation. So I paid attention to that, right? So when I was dreaming, was that significant? Well, the reading had quite a message in it. So yeah, I guess it was. It was making me pay attention. So I really paid attention to that message. So same, if you dream about something, jot it down. If you wake up in the morning and you remember even a piece of your dream, jot it down. But also can be Pisces energy, which is very loving and romantic energy. So keep that in mind as well. The Chariot. This is Cancer. If you have a prominent Cancer in your life, this is just saying this person is around you or could be significant to you in the month of November. The Chariot is number 7. 7 is reflection on things you have done, said, situations that you've gone through, right? The Chariot's message, though, is so this person is trying to steer 2 horses that have 2 different attitudes, right? In this card, one head is facing down and this horse seems to be made completely out of water. Then we have more of a horse in the physical with his head or her head up, right? So trying to control these horses with no reins. So that's kind of intuition control, right? So in the Chariot, it's a victory, it's moving forward, and it's using your intuition to control where you are going, right? So lots of interesting messages there. The animal oracle you got for November is 40. Oh, there's a 4. We were just talking about 4s. Okay, so cheetah, 40, which is a 4. Act swiftly with precision and determination. So this again goes right back to saying be who you are from the very first card from the October, which was that red cardinal with Night Song, telling you no more excuses, Gemini, be who you are, right? To that lion card. So both of your animals are big cats. Lion, be a courageous leader and lead with pride. Cheetah, act swiftly with precision and determination. I love this for you, Geminis. What a beautiful reading for these 6 weeks, right? Beautiful, beautiful messages here. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to face the camera down so we can quickly recap all of those messages for you. Okay, so from here back is October. From here over is November. All right. So first card out was that Night Song Cardinal, right? Hidden talents, right? Letting your talents show, letting your personality show, coming out of your shell and just being who you are, right? And then you had the High Priestess, intuition, right? Tuning into your intuition, making sure that you're tuned in because an opportunity is trying to get through that you're not seeing with that Four of Cups. Five of Swords, that's agreeing to disagree or walking away from something before it becomes a full-blown argument. The Eight of Wands, hitting your mark on some goal that you have or some project that you're doing, something you're trying to get done. Five of Pentacles, this is not getting stuck in a lack mentality, not focusing on what you don't have, which brought us back to this heartache card, right? Which is right below it. The Knight of Cups, being ready for romance, being more in a romantic mood, something like that, all end of October. Then in the tea leaf, you had short journey, heartache over what you no longer have, and spiritual guidance and protection from harm with that angel. Call on your angels and guides. And then you had that Lion card, be courageous, be a courageous leader and lead with pride. Yes, Geminis, be a courageous leader in October. Be on the lookout for not staying too dreamy too long, looking for an opportunity, not staying in a lack mentality, possible romance, right? Then we move on to November. Fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. The Grapes, it's time to go out and have fun. The Teapot, a deep friendship with someone of the same sex as you. And then we're moving on to the Five of Cups. Remember, that's kind of the same energy as this Five of Pentacles. Not getting stuck and worried about what you don't have, but being sure that you see the opportunities like this Four of Cups is trying to present. The Hanged Man, that's the energy of seeing it in a different perspective and of being comfortable in your own skin, which goes back to the Red Cardinal. Be comfortable with who you are, Geminis, and let that person out. You are special, right? People need to see that. The Six of Swords, moving ahead and moving on, but not dragging all of your old baggage, old thoughts, old feelings with you, right? Let it go. When you're moving on to something new, you need to have a clean slate. Ten of Wands, finishing something up. So you go from the Nine of Wands end of October to the Ten of Wands in November. So that transition, you're working almost done with something and you finish it up in November. Then you had that Moon card. Pisces, romantic, loving, nurturing energy, but also your dreaming mind, what you see in your dreams, write it down, look for it. Things that are hidden or that we don't see. Once again, going back to that Four of Cups where he's not seeing things, and also the Five of Cups where he's not seeing things. So Gemini is really important in the month of November for you to keep your eyes open, keep your intuition open so you can actually see the opportunities that are coming in. We ended November with the Chariot. Cancer energy, again, loving, nurturing, similar to Pisces. Lots of water here, lots of emotions, lots of flow, okay? The Chariot being a victory, and you have to use your intuition to figure out how you're going to go forward. And then ending with that 40 card, which is the number 4, acting swiftly with precision and determination. So Geminis, I love this for reading for you. These 6 weeks sound like they're going to be action-packed, goal-oriented, and possibly some new love coming in. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do give it a like, a thumbs up, and a share. I may see you over on TikTok before I'm back here on YouTube. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.